Yeah. Oh shit! All the strippers to the floor. All the strippers. I'm just joking. We don't have strippers on this show, but
But we could
welcome.
get some.
We can get some. Can we get some? Where can we get some though? Virtually. Hmm.
A
That would.
lot. There are many ways.
Yeah, there's definitely many ways. We can just go to like East 14th Street and just pick up a couple of girls and get the show really starting. But anyways, this welcome to the. I still don't know what I'm gonna call my show, but welcome to the Joe Rogan Experience. No, I'm just joking. This is Lulu Balimba, and I am here with my guest Andy Zhang. Andie Zhang.
There you go.
Andie Zhang. There we go. God damn it. You see, this is why I need to leave America expeditiously, because the way I'm pronouncing things now is starting to sound Americanized. Do you know what I mean? Like, for instance, right? Three in Gambia it will be tree, or the Jamaicans, all that. So mostly the foreigners is tree, but then if
Hmm.
you live long in America, you're gonna start saying three. So the fact that I'm struggling to say your last name is bothering me. Is bothering me.
I
I
mean,
should.
it's to be fair, I'm sure it's pretty different language wise.
I mean, yeah, that is true, but that is true, but you know, what I mean. Anyways, welcome though. I do appreciate you being on here. Um, very special guest. But before I even dive into my guest, we just give a rest in peace to Tina Turner. You know, what I mean, she passed away today. I don't know if you guys seen the news, but I think she was like what 80 something. I think it was like 83 or something like that. 83. Name of the music. I don't think it's
Well, and speaking of leaving America, she was like, peace. She's been living in Switzerland, I think. So good for
oh,
her.
oh, she died in Switzerland.
Yeah, I think so. She got rid of her US citizenship.
Damn. Yeah,
I saw that like online, so I was like, good for her.
she got the fuck out of here. She went to the
Yeah.
Swiss. Would you? What country do you? It's a crazy question, but what country would you like to die in and not die in too at the same time? Mm,
Yeah, I mean, that's hard to say because I have no idea what like death services are like in other countries. I'll
right.
tell you it's not China because my grandfather passed away
Oh really?
last year, and it was like he passed away in the hospital, and then within like I think 24 hours he was like out, cremated already. They
Oh
already
wow.
had him signed, sealed, and delivered. He was out of there. They did not wait a second.
There is no time. We don't have
They
time
have
for
no
this, man.
space. They're like, we don't have beds. We don't have like graves. Like, get him out of here.
Damn. I mean, they couldn't lay them on the floor. I mean, they could sleep on like they could like lay in peace on the floor.
Yeah, barely cold and then already cremated. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. That's hilarious though. I'm thinking I wouldn't want to die in, I don't know, maybe China's up there, maybe Saudi, like in the Arabian countries. I may not want to die in the Arabian countries just because I don't know. This is a crazy topic. I don't want to picture myself dying. Not yet. Not
I
yet.
also think you might not want it to be somewhere super far. Like, if your family would potentially want to bury you, you
Right.
try to make it that much more difficult for them.
Damn, but what if your grandpa didn't want to be cremated? Now they don't cremated him. So now
I don't know if you can do anything else. It's China, like they just like set the rules. They're like, this is just how it is.
he gonna come back like Sandman, like in Spider-Man. Remember in Spider-Man when the bad guy was Sandman? In Spider-Man, I think it was like Spider-Man 3 or something. This is the OG Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
Yeah, I've never seen any of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
What?
Like,
You've
to be
never
honest,
what?
I've only seen Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, which I know is controversial.
What?
I've
Really?
never even seen Tom Holland.
What? Wait. Okay. Let's introduce the guest. Okay. Wait, wait, wait. Wait. How you didn't see Tobey Maguire Spider Man?
I,
How
I just I never have. I guess I will at some point, but
some
I
point?
just
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so you don't even know the reference of with great responsibility, with great power comes great responsibility.
well, everyone knows that reference. It's a classic reference at this point.
Right. I mean, true that. Yeah, but you're missing out on a lot of things. There's a lot of life lessons in Spider-Man because the guy he was getting bullied, and then later on he became like a super. What? How old are you? Don't mind me asking. How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. You haven't seen Spider-Man, and so what were you watching like in your pre-teens, like as a teenager? Like what were you into?
Uh Honestly, what was I watching? I mean, I did watch like I was into Harry Potter when I was younger, not as much as other people, but I saw all the movies.
Okay.
And but once I was like in later middle school, early high school, I started to get into like prestige movies, like
Hmm. Okay.
watching, Pulp Fiction and The Big Lebowski and all of these like really film movies. Became a
Hmm.
film bro then.
Film bro. Okay, okay. Well, a little background about Andy. I met Andy over here in the comedy scene. But you guys don't know, I do stand up comedy, and Andy is a former comedian. Well, she could be on a break. We don't know. We don't know what the universe has for Andy, but what I mean. I met her in the comedy scene, and Andy's very funny. I don't know if you guys have seen her social media on TikTok and her. You're pretty big on TikTok, if I can say that.
Yeah, I did all right. I kind of stopped, but I
Uh,
did all right when I was on there.
Oh, you stopped? What happened? Why you stopped?
Oh, I'm just TikTok is toxic. And it's just a lot of work. I was like, I got other shit to worry about. I don't know.
That's hilarious. TikTok is toxic. TikTok, TT toxic.
It is
TTT.
very toxic. Yeah, anyone will tell you. Anyone who's like had any video blow up, they will tell you it is very toxic.
Man, I remember one of my videos that blew up. It was about I was at a restaurant, and I was like, when you go to a white restaurant, and when the waiter comes to ask is everything okay, and I'm like, yeah, more seasoning, please. And yeah, that it got a lot of views. That one got a lot of views, but there was some people in them comments really mad that I did that, and they were talking about how their mom been using paprika and all of this shit. And I didn't know what the fuck a paprika was. I don't know what
Yeah.
paprika is.
Yeah, but also I wasn't talking to you then.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the restaurant. You know what I mean?
like
That's
they
so
take it
funny.
so personally.
Right, right. Okay, so okay, damn. Right now you're on a quitting streak right now with TikTok comedy. I don't want to. I mean,
I just
what?
focus on the things in my life that bring me joy.
Okay. So now, what brings you joy?
Nowadays, I don't know. I just be doing shit, doing hood rat shit with my hood rat friends.
Rashi
Uh,
friend. Okay,
no,
okay.
I'm just like, him hanging out. We've
Enjoying
been,
life.
yeah, exactly. Like,
Thing is coming
I don't
up.
know, going to dance parties and stuff.
Dance parties. Okay, what type
When
of
you're doing comedy, you can't like. It's hard to go to bars just for fun because you're like, I spend so much time in bars already.
Yeah, no, fact. No, the only reason I go to bars is really comedy. Really,
Exactly, because like you're like, even if you went on your free time, you feel like, oh, this is like not what I'm trying to do now.
unless if I'm trying to go get some pools. If I'm trying to go get some pools, then I will be at the bar. But if I'm not, I'll tell a quick story that happened to me the other night. I don't even know if I want to say this because my mom might be watching, but
Ooh, spicy.
that's so funny. Skip this part, mommy. But anyways, what was I saying? So on Friday, I went out to the bar, and I don't drink, but this night I had a couple of drinks, and I had a couple of drinks, and I was talking to this one girl, and I thought about this for a second. we in scary times right now, Andy, especially in the streets, because there's a couple of people that's out here that are transformers. I'm just saying, like transitioning from man to woman, right? Which I'm totally fine with, by the way. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But my sexual preference is still a a woman with a vagina, well, born vagina since birth.
Like a cisgender woman or a yeah.
I don't even know what they're called nowadays. Back in the day, they called them women. Nowadays, I don't know what they're called, but that's why I enjoy it, right? And I was thinking to myself, damn, I'm seeing all these women out here. I don't even know who is who, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Or I think Jonathan's
Shit.
right here. Perfect timing. We were
I
talking
forgot. I forgot. I'm here though.
perfect timing. We were
I'm seeing him.
talking.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm talking about my experience when I went to a club and I was talking to the one girl. I'm not gonna lie to
Oh
you, she had
shit.
a big chin. She had a chin as big as mine. And I was worried. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know, man. I just didn't know.
Of course.
So I had to ask a lot of questions to kind of like figure out who is she for real. Like, is she her for real? So I had to ask her questions like, like what happens to you every month type shit. You know what I mean? Like, what's something that happens every month that you happy about? And if there's any hesitant, then it might
Okay,
be a
man.
hot
Oh,
one.
switched it. How do,
And she
sorry.
told
How
me
do
she
I
had a
do this? I
daughter.
never did this before.
What's a go? Oh, your camera, you gotta flip it. You gotta press the button. It's on the screen somewhere. I don't. What?
This is like trying to
Okay.
FaceTime with grandma.
There we go.
There we go. we, we got we got Jonathan the Transformer in the
I'm
house.
trying my
But
best. I didn't. I don't know. I can't. Like, I can hear you, but it sounds like like you underwater and like a baby or something.
Oh no.
Damn, I'm in the ocean.
Like a
I
chipmunk
know.
filter. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Huh.
But
Should
that's
I
pretty
leave and come back?
that's pretty cool. It might be your connection. Yeah, try doing that and see. Try doing that and see. Leave and come back. See what that do. That was Jonathan Light. He came in like a light too. He came in like a light. Anyways, more of the stories though. I personally feel like that. Okay, name. Let me hear what your wait. Can you hear me now? Jonathan. How's it looking now? You gotta press the unmute button.
I think I'm good now.
You good? I think we good. I think we good. I feel like we good.
Okay, I can hear you.
You gave me. Alright, good. We can hear you.
That's good.
That's good. Good. What was I saying? As I was saying, I feel like should you feel like it should be stated that hey, I do identify as a woman now, but previously I was a man just for people's preferences and stuff.
I think it only really needs to come up in a very particular situation. Like most of the time, if you meet someone, it may not even go anywhere. So like,
True.
why bring it up? It's like this
Only
isn't
if it goes
really.
somewhere. Yeah, only if it
Yeah.
goes somewhere. Yeah, no. No, the reason why I'm asking is because it was going somewhere. Like after I kissed her, that's when I was like, damn, her chin is a little bit big though. And I felt a little bit of, but girls have,
You stupid.
I'm just saying, girls do have like beard and like, that's natural. That one mom, obviously, I'm not fucking a child. I am young, but I'm not a child, right? But it was poking me, you know what I mean? The little ingrown hairs and stuff. So I was like, I don't know. So I had to ask a lot of questions. And to top it all, this is a big girl. She was tall. She was like 6 feet with muscles. Come on now.
I don't
I'm
know.
not
It
gonna be the only.
sounds like maybe you're into a trans girl. That's all I'm hearing.
I
And I
mean,
see nothing wrong with that.
I feel like yeah, unless we about to like fuck or something, it really ain't my business. Like
Yeah.
that's like if a random girl just because she thought I was cute was like, hey, how big is your dick? Like, hey, you about to
Yeah,
suck
that'd
that
be a little.
motherfucker? If not, like it ain't really your business. Like,
No, obviously, bro. No, I'm talking about if y'all like about to get it down. No, obviously, I was trying to get in there. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to get
oh
in there.
yeah, then by that point, I mean, it is what it is. It should be, I guess,
I
stated.
mean, if you
But
like her, you like her. That's all I could say.
Now I have to find out what's going on, Andy. I need to know your past. It's like what's that one? Carfax. It's like Carfax. I gotta know what's going on. Good thing she had a child. So I was like, all right, cool. She had a child, so that's good. What I was trying to go with the story was
that shit working.
after that whole night, I had like too much drinks. I passed out in the parking lot. Yeah, I passed out. I didn't even end up getting shit that night, but the security comes to ask me if I'm okay or some shit. Nick, you see me sleep in the car. What do you think? Oh yeah, asking me stupid questions. So that's why I wanted
They're
to
just
ask
trying
you
to make
guys.
sure they don't have liability on their property, you know? Like
Is
you
that what
can
that is?
pass out, but over there, off the property lines.
Yeah, that's what my mom
Uh,
wouldn't let. When I used to skate when I was younger, she wouldn't let me like build ramps and shit. She's like, bro, I don't have the insurance for that shit. Like, I was like, it's cool, bro. If anybody falls, like, bro, you think it's cool, but their parents won't think it's cool. So like,
Ugh.
no fucking manual pads in my house.
Let me introduce the people to Jonathan Light. Welcome
What's up, y'all?
to the space, Jonathan Light. How you feeling today, man?
She know me, man. It's just another day in paradise. Regular as ever.
Yeah, man. You came in here like a true light. You know what I mean? In your own ways. And did you hear about Tina Turner passing by chance?
Did I hear about who?
Tina Turner, Tina Turner.
Yeah, she died. I'm down there gonna go watch What's Love Got to Do with It in a minute. That
Oh
shit crazy.
yeah, I forgot. That's true. Yeah,
That's the
damn.
one that Angela Bassett's in, right?
Yeah, that's another one she should have got an Oscar for. They be doing her so scandalous.
Yeah.
Who? Tina Turner? What
Angela
happened?
Bassett.
Oh, Angela Bassett. Oh, she did play Tina Turner.
Oh,
Famously.
Angela Bassett. I'm sure they're like, damn. Is she acting or is she really mad like this every time in her movies? It could be a confusion.
yeah, she did that shit so good. And I don't know if it's because I was too young to know who Tina Turner was, but I remember seeing the real Tina Turner and was like, "That is, you do not look like Tina Turner." But it
But
was
she
Damn.
pulled
Angela
that shit
Bassett who I was
off.
referring to.
Where's
Yeah, but she pulled
Ike?
that shit off.
Where's Ike?
I think Ike might have been dead.
Ike dead?
I think so.
Ike not dead.
But it's the world, he probably still alive and thriving. That's how fucked up the world is. You be like, that person gotta be dead. And they be like, nah, that dude that
Okay,
caused
yo.
all them war, like, nah, he's 97. Living, seeing his grandkids and shit. And you're like, so I should start stealing, is what they telling me.
Yeah.
Every
Okay,
time
no,
I
he
see
died.
like a famous person or somebody who's just hella shitty, like they got to live out their life, I be like, so
Oh no, he died. Yeah, he died in 2007. 2007. Okay, yeah.
Okay, okay.
last year?
Nah, 2007.
Oh,
2007.
2007.
It
Okay.
definitely wasn't last year. I kind of wish, but goddamn. But what's it called? It looks like Ike did beat her to death. I'm talking
Yeah, he
about.
used to fuck shit up.
No, no. That's weird.
I mean, not like it's a good thing, but like he for sure used to like fuck shit up.
No, I got it. Don't worry, I got it.
That shit, man.
That's so funny. Anyway, nah, we just joking around. What's it called? Anyways, man, now I was thinking because there's a holiday coming on Monday. What's the holiday called again? Fucking
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day. Memorial Day. I was thinking that they're definitely gonna play some Tina Turner at the cookouts on Memorial Day, no?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you
Yeah.
celebrate Memorial Day, Andy, by chance?
Sorry.
Private Dancer, that's my Tina Turner song.
Private dancer? I don't. How does that even go? I have no idea.
It's like, I'm your private dancer. Dancer for money. Do what you
Oh,
want. Yeah. I play that song whenever I gotta go to work. That's how I feel. Like a private fucking dancer. Like,
you feel
do whatever. Like,
like
bro, when you go to work, that's what you is. They about to ask you to do something stupid. Hey, do this. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
man.
All right,
Work
daddy, if you say so. I
good.
mean,
So you
you're
pretty
gonna
much
take care
feel
of me,
like
right?
at work. Like your job slot.
What'd you say?
You feel like your job slot.
My job is life.
No, slot.
Oh
SLUT.
yeah. I mean, not like that, like that. It's just like you ain't
That's
really
just
got no
capitalism,
motherfucking
baby.
options when you go there. Like you, it really hits you when you start seeing people scared to go to the bathroom type shit. You be like, hey, did you just
Right.
ask this nigga to go to the bathroom?
No, I just
Are you
woke
a
up.
grown man? What if he wasn't here? Was you gonna piss on yourself? Like, you know?
Right. Oh, can I go to the bathroom? No, you can't. Now what?
Yeah,
Well,
like,
what if they say no? Now what?
yeah. Oh, I'm waiting on the day that happen because somebody gonna say no and it's gonna be crazy.
You should just stand there and just pee. Just pee on them. Shit. Just pee.
Yeah.
Shit. But no, I was asking about Andy. So do you celebrate Memorial Day by chance?
Not really. I guess like what people usually do is like a cookout, a barbecue, whatever. But
Okay.
no, I'll be moving.
What does Memorial Day what does Memorial Day what is Memorial Day? Let's just
I
start there.
think it's a day for the colonies. Like the one, not the 13 colonies. I'm talking about like the ones we made around the world. I think it's like for the people who went to those places to make those like colonies.
Really? I thought it was like Veterans Day, but like, for the dead ones.
And I think that's
Oh yeah,
dead.
that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, like, but they always going around the world taking shit.
Yeah, I
So.
mean it is all colonization anyway, but yeah.
I mean, I
Pretty sure
fuck
it's
with it
just
though. I
for
barbecue, might set off a couple fireworks.
Yeah, that's what I was like, fuck you get the day off, bank
Like pre
holiday.
4th of July, like a warm up practice run for 4th
Yeah,
of
it
July.
kind of
Like,
is. It used to mean church retreat for me.
Church
Not
retreat.
anymore. It's
you
been a
was
while
Christian
since I've
like
been to a
that?
church. I used to be.
What
I
is a
grew up in
church
the
retreat?
South.
Damn.
What's a church retreat? What's that?
We would go to like kind of a church camp over Memorial Day weekend, if I remember correctly.
Oh really? Okay. I didn't know
Yeah.
church had all that. You said that you thought it was for the dead what the fuck is this? Oh, you thought
For the
it was
dead homies.
Nah, I'm
The
gonna say
troops.
damn the troops. There you go. You said for the dead troops. I was gonna say damn. That means Tina Turner died at the right time.
We
I
can
think they would get
memorialize
more
her
respect if we
instead.
looked
She
at them as
deserves
dead
it way
homies though.
more.
I'm
Cause
just
troops is so impersonal, I'm a troop. I'm not in the army. What the fuck? But if you like, that's the dead homie. Like he died, the homie died fighting for my freedoms. You gonna be like, it's really gonna hit you here. Like the homie,
yeah, man.
like you knew that nigga.
Right.
I did.
Right. Okay. So now let me ask you this, right? At the cookout, what is the ideal plate for you guys? Like individual plate wise, like okay, if this is on my plate, it has made my day. There's nothing that can go wrong with these food items on my plate.
Cold potato salad,
Hold on, let me type.
ribs, like 2-3 spare ribs, like just little individual ribs. Hot dog or hot link with mayo on the bun, and then a burger. I'm not gonna finish the burger, but that'd be a perfect plate. I don't need no beans, none of that shit.
Okay, hold on. You said potato. You said potato salad. Then what?
Cold potato salad.
Oh, cold potato
Is there
salad.
warm potato salad?
Some people eat warm. Some people eat fresh potato salad when it's warm, and that's insane
Like
to
warm
me.
on
I do.
purpose?
I
do.
done showed up to
Oh.
some places where I'm like, hey man, what the fuck?
I don't know about that.
You gotta
I
have
feel
it
like
cold.
I feel like if a dish has mayo in it, it probably should be cold, right?
Yeah, right.
But why? Why should it be cold? I don't know.
I feel like it's a health hazard. I don't know.
Bro, mayo,
What
warm
bacteria
mayo
is in there?
is like,
Man, mayo in itself is a health hazard. That I don't know how that shit was made. That shit.
well, that's anti-American right now. You stepping into dangerous territories.
Yeah, this is not even.
I mean, the black side of me don't care, but deep down inside,
Okay,
the American me is screaming, you don't like mayo?
I mean, I love white people food. I can't even lie. I like.
They be having some
mayonnaise.
shit.
I like
Damn, I wish
casseroles.
Hannah was here because she was gonna answer these questions, bro. Because she is Caucasian, and it would have been perfect. Anyway, what's it called? Now, Jonathan, you said cold potato salad burger. That's the only thing I can remember. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hot dog with mayo on the bun and like 2 or 3 spare ribs.
Hot dog.
Or baby back ribs, whatever they call it. God damn it, lock into the thing. Fucking hell.
Okay. This is a randomized plate, but I did say whatever you feel like. So okay, I'm rolling. How about you, Andy? How you feeling?
So here's my thing. At a cookout, I'm like such a slut for the sides. I love sides. If for the meat though, I feel like yeah, you can't go wrong with ribs. You can't go I like a burger, you know, you gotta have like protein. But then I'm all about the sides. So like if there is like a good baked mac and cheese with the breadcrumbs, it's gonna be good. And then I'm also big banana pudding person.
Okay,
So
okay. So you going with
Banana pudding go crazy.
banana
uh-huh. That's
pudding?
one of the best desserts you can have at like a
But that's gonna
potluck
be a
or a
dessert.
cookout.
I'm not thinking it's gonna be on your plate. That would be a wild ass plate right there. Even
Well, you
on
gotta have, you know, each of the courses. You gotta have the main, the side, and then the dessert.
that's true. That's true. Okay, I'm not mad at it. So okay. So you say banana pudding. What else? I suck
Oh
at
yeah,
multitasking.
like the baked mac and cheese,
Yep.
Baked mac and
and
cheese.
then a burger. Especially if you got all the toppings. I'm putting on the lettuce, the tomato, the onion, ketchup.
Jonathan, I want you to start thinking what music will be playing. I want you to just think about that in your head. Just think about that in your head. I'm gonna circle back to you. There's something I'm trying to get with all of this, by the way, guys. Don't think that hunger. I'm trying to get your information to fucking do
That
some
nigga's
things.
not even from Gambia. He a Nigerian scammer. Whole time, the Gambia shit is an angle. That nigga ain't never been from Gambia. Yeah, I'm from Gambia. That nigga, as soon as he turned the cameras off, yeah, they don't know me, man. Yeah, that nigga's
What
Nigerian.
food do you like? That's hilarious.
The homie's a Nigerian
What's your
scammer.
mother's maiden name?
Think about the
Right.
music.
What
Anyway.
is the name of your third grade principal?
What's the street you grew up on?
Oh man.
That's hilarious. Fuck, that's so funny. Okay, wait. You said banana pudding, mac and cheese, burger, and what else? Is
I'll
that
do
it?
a hot dog too, but I like doing
Hot dog?
if possible. I love to do a Chicago dog style. So you know, you got the the cooked onions, you got the relish, you got
You a
the
sauerkraut person?
jardinara. No, I lived on like the northwest side when I lived in Chicago. But
Oh,
to be fair, that's where all the like Eastern Europeans live. So we had some really good Polish hot dogs
Polish
there.
ass inventions, huh?
Poland. Did you take the WAP to Poland?
The walk. Ha!
I have no idea what they. I don't even know what like people in Poland eat, but I do love the food that they brought over. You know.
Eastern European food be looking sad. I'm not gonna lie. Like some other cultures' foods, I'd be like, that look extreme, but it look like it's flavorful if you can get past how it look.
Well, it is flavor.
All
They just
Eastern
do a lot
European
of
food look like
vinegar. It's like
boiled
a lot
salt
of
water.
vinegar. They pickle shit because they got like you know there's long months of cold, like so they pickle everything.
Yeah, hella pickled.
Yeah, in Eastern Europe, everything's pickled.
Like, oh, let's boil up some of that pickled lamb's head from last fucking summer. Ah.
I don't know what you're talking about, but that's hilarious. What's it called? Okay, so what's the music? What music are you thinking that you're gonna be listening to? Like playing while like this and then this music that's playing, this is your favorite, whether it's your favorite song or artist, it don't necessarily have to be like something particular. You know what I mean? What's playing? Like what is your go-to? Like you have to listen to this. If you don't listen to this, like your day is gonna be fucked up.
At the cookout or just period?
Just in general, in general. And whoever got theirs first, go ahead.
The
This
thing
is
is, like, if you're curating a playlist for like a cookout, it really depends on who the audience is, like who is there.
True.
Because if it's like you know my family versus like certain groups of friends, like it's very different. The vibe
Oh,
is
me, that's
very
hella true.
different.
Nah, I mean that's true. But think about it, in the people in the crowd, it's all Andes. Ain't nobody else in there.
Oh shit.
But you, you, you and your spirit, you yourself done multiplied everywhere. And Jonathan, same thing for you in your scenario. Jonathan is in the crowd.
I'm in the crowd. I'll probably say probably like some West Side Gun.
West Side
Probably some
Gun.
type of
Okay.
boom bap ass rap. That's not all I listen to, but if it's just a crowd full of me and I don't got nobody to like worry about they vibe, probably just that.
Right. West
Like
Side Gun. Okay.
that's a whole cat.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. West
He
Side
doesn't
Gun. How
like
about
his
you, Andy? What you going with?
I don't know. I feel like so I make a lot of playlists. I make hella playlists on Spotify. I probably have like at least over 50.
Oh, you one of them
Um
people. Okay.
so I don't know. It's like it
I
depends
feel you.
on the season, I guess. But like if I were to make one now,
How about give
definitely
me three?
putting
Top three.
top 3.
Top three. It don't have to be one. It could be more. It could be more than
I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Japanese city music too. From like
That
the
shit's
80s. That
good,
shit I
yeah.
be hearing it randomly on like TikToks and I be like, who the fuck man, where has this been all my life? That should be kinda like jazzy.
who Rihanna.
That
Oh,
shit's
we didn't
good.
talk about that
Let me
first.
look at my most recent listens anyway.
That's what I was about to say. You could look at your thingy because I personally feel like right. I was thinking about this question. What is better, good music or really good food?
Good food.
Oh, I think good music. You can't never really get sick of good music. Like one good food, you can get. I'm over this shit. I had this 3 days in a row.
Well, the
Like you
thing
listen to
is,
the same song every day on repeat.
if there's good conversation though, like then you don't even
Yeah,
really
true, true,
hear
true.
the music.
Yeah, it's funny how much convo do enhance food. It is very weird. For you would think them things would be hella separate, but it is like I rather like yeah. I don't even like going to dinner for the first couple of days till I know it's something upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Like, or at least
Right.
something we can have in common. Because if we just sitting here asking each other our favorite colors, I got a bad brain. I ain't gonna be able to hold it together too long. For I'm like,
Right.
what are we
Yeah,
doing
dinner's a
here?
long commitment. Just do drinks or coffee for the
Yeah.
first date or
But to a
two.
nigga like me, that's a commitment. Like she's expecting you to show up at this
But
time and drink coffee, my guy. Oh, I'm sorry, I got work that day. I gotta fall into some
So you
shit. I
just
don't
don't
know.
like
Once it's a
dates, is
set
what you're
thing, all
saying.
the
You can
pressure
hang
is.
out, but you're not gonna go on a date.
Yeah, I can hang out. We can hang out all day. But going on a date is like such a pressure. Like I have to be like in a date mode. Like
That's the
date
real
mode.
difference there, then.
I mean, do
yeah,
you really
hanging out
have
is
to be in date
easy,
mode?
easy peasy. Once you're on like a date, it's like it's almost like a job. Like all right, let's make sure my tie's straight.
But
Shoes
I
is up
Especially
to
if
dress
going out
code,
for all types
non-slip.
of dates. I don't know.
man, I don't care about none of that. Me right now, where I am at in my life, you better like me for me.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't like me for me, then it's your business. Because
That's
I
what
am
I'm
a very
saying.
foolish boy.
Nah, my problem is I don't like me for me. That's not that I don't like. It's just I got bad anxiety, so I just would be like in my head, I'll be like, yeah, we'll be having a great time. We'll be chopping it up till then, and then like as I'm there, I'm like, oh, she knows I want to fuck. But really, fucking right then ain't even on my mind. But because I know, like as a man, you
But
are
you
gonna
think
want
it?
to have sex. It's like, bro, don't think about like I'm enjoying this. I've been talking to her. It's been cool. But it's like, don't let her think you're gonna fuck, even though that's what you wanna. But it's not all you want to do, right? And then now I'm in my own head, and she's like, you good? I'm like,
I mean,
these drinks are strong, you know.
that might just be an
So it just I
insecurity.
put too much. I be in my own head too much. Like if it's just a thing where we hanging out and everything's natural and I don't have any expectations set on myself or like ideas of like anything I need to do because I know these ideas aren't real. You know what I'm saying? I know it's just the anxiety, but it's like that shit is still happening in my head. So it's just like I don't even go on that. Like last date I went on was like no, I did go on a date recently. Never, I'm lying, but it was like before that.
You want to work?
It was like a long time. But I do like spending time with women and shit. Like, it's just
Just
easier
not
if they
going
set
on
the shit up.
dates.
Like, if they set the date up, it's a lot less pressure on me. I feel like if I set it up though, like I'm responsible for everything, and I don't like that feeling. So it's like, hey, where you want to eat at? Like, I'll pay for it. Yeah, sure. But
I
like, I don't
mean,
want to be like, hey, do you have time? And then it's like, no, I don't have time. Like, oh, she don't got time because she fucking hates you. You hear that, John? Like, that's why she doesn't have time. And it's like, all right, well.
I don't know, man. You being a little bit harsh on yourself. I think we be overthinking the shit because
Oh, for sure. I know exactly what it is. I mean, but the brain patterns are the brain patterns, you know?
that's true. That's true. That's true. I already just have like for however I'm feeling right. If I'm in a position where if I'm on a budget, I know exactly where to take her.
Mm.
because my budget can match what we about to do. If I let her dictate what the date is, I'm gonna leave that function in the red zone.
Yeah, it might have you fucked
I mean,
up. That might have you fucked up.
not necessarily though. Like, I feel like they give you some kind of
Shit.
inkling on like what you looking at, right? Like, I remember one time I was hanging out with this one chick. I went out with her, and it wasn't nothing like a
Mm,
date or anything, but it was like my first idea of like, do I actually like her, or do she just look good? Because sometimes it'd be like they just look good. We ended up being cool
right.
partners and shit, but when she went out, and I was like, let's see what she ordered first. We're gonna go to a little Thai lunch spot. If she ordered a crab fried rice, that's all I need to know. Cause they got lunch specials all up and down this motherfucker. If she ordered that crab fried rice, I know that this is a platonic friendship, which is fine. And lo and behold,
Wait,
she
why?
went in there
Wait,
like,
wait,
"Do y'all
wait.
got crab
What's up
fried
with the
rice?"
crab? What's up with the crab thingy? What's up with the crab fried fish? Why if she picks that means you're a friend? I don't know.
Because that shit is the most expensive shit like they had. Like, bro, I can't
Oh,
afford that
really?
shit. Like, I feel like a lot of shit could be avoided. If you know a woman got taste that you can't afford, like, why even pursue it? You know? Like, not saying nothing wrong with it, but like, if you
That's
know,
true.
like, or if
That's
she's
true.
worked her
I
way to
mean, if
this
you go on
point,
a
or
date
she's
with
just used
someone
to.
and you're broke, and then it turns out that they have the mentality, I mean, yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, and then you done lied to yourself and you feel bad because she been told you what she was about, and you like, nah, I can afford that, and you know you can't afford that. But if y'all partners, then
Man, you
like
gotta
maybe
stop
you
lying
accidentally
to
fall into some
people.
pussy or something. I don't know, I'm just playing.
I
But
mean,
like it's just easier to like to talk to that person on a level as opposed to like you always feeling like you coming from behind, like,
mm,
or you just
I'm
trying to keep
thinking.
up and your ass is broke and she like, bro, you ain't never got no money, but we always doing something, and you like, mm-hmm.
Man, my thing is this, right? Let's say that you spinning, but my thing is this, right? Fuck all that, bro. That's why you gotta be slick, right? This is what I do. I just take them to ethnic places. Like I'll take them to maybe just go get like shawarma or some shit. Shawarma is not expensive, but if you say that, oh, I'm gonna take you to some Afghan food because Afghanistan food, right? If I take you to, oh, let's go get some Afghanistan food. Oh, I've never had that before. In reality, it's cheap food, but in her
Right.
mind, it's something special
It's
she had never
foreign.
experienced with.
I don't know. A lot
Exactly.
of that shit is expensive if you aren't with a group.
But I
Like
mean,
Indian food, I love Indian food. That shit is
right.
hella expensive when it's just by myself. Cause I'm ordering a biryani. I'm ordering a curry. I'm ordering the naan. And then that shit's like $50.
Mm,
But if
Nah.
you're
nah,
splitting with someone, then it's fine.
that's true.
I just
That's
try to keep
true.
my head like a Bay Area California date is like minimum 175.
Really?
Like to
Mm.
have in your pocket, like not
Wait,
that you
what?
might actually
What you
spend the
say?
whole 175, but like say you meet a girl, you're like, hey, I'm gonna hang out with you tonight. She's like, cool. Just leave the house with $175. Like,
What?
cause if y'all go get drinks and then eat, that's like a
Yeah,
hundred
you got
dollars right there.
expensive taste. I don't know about that.
Yeah, like, cause I'm like, I like nice shit. Like, I like $100 steak dinners and shit, you know. But like, if it's you not sure, you can't put $100 on her plate, but you could spend like 60 on a plate to see what's going on. Like,
Man,
like, cause I don't like eating cheap shit. Like,
I like cheap shit sometimes. I don't know. I
what's
Yeah,
cheap
that's
to you though?
wild.
Cheap to me is McDonald's. Like, I'm
Oh
gonna eat
yeah,
that when I'm
absolutely. I
down
mean,
bad.
I've been
Like,
on dates where we just like go to Taco Bell or whatever, but like I don't know. Like I said, most of the time I do not go for a meal with on a date for a while because like again, that's a
and
commitment.
I brought the meat.
mm.
You ain't gotta worry about that.
How come? Wait, you feel some type of way? Like,
I lost connection for a little bit.
Well, like what if they're boring?
true,
And you're like, yeah, you're at dinner and it's like a whole meal and you like only have each other to talk to and it's
true.
like what do we do? But I don't know. I usually do drinks for the first couple of dates.
And that's why you gotta go to the
Mm.
bathroom. You'll be like, I'm about to go to the bathroom real quick, and don't show up again. You just gotta just go and disappear into the night.
I
I've
have
done that
never
before.
ditched a date
Really?
though. I have never ditched a
No,
date.
I ain't never. You got to be bold to do that. She got her whole ass out.
What?
That's crazy. I mean, this lady walking by. I'm
What
in
you mean?
Vallejo right now.
Oh, that's hilarious. But they got girls out there in the streets. What's
Yeah,
it
they got
called?
hoes out in the streets up on Sonoma, but this is just some broad in the parking lot.
Oh, it's a random. That's hilarious. What's it called? Do you guys know who Ruby?
You said, did they know who?
Oh no, it froze up.
Oh. The homie looked like he blowing us kisses.
Yeah, he just froze. I'm like, oh no, he's the host. Now what do we do?
Right. But yeah, that I told a girl one time. This is my
The
younger days. I was a little bit more
roses
reckless, but I remember telling her, she was like, "Oh, I'll come up," because I think she stayed
onto
like
the
2 hours away. And
streaming.
she was like, "Oh, I'll come up and we can like spend the time together." And I was like, "Well, what time do you want to come up?" And she was like, "Well, I was thinking like around 1." And I was like, "Until when?" And she was like maybe 6 or 7. And I was like, "Whoa." I was like, "That's a long time." And she was like, "What's wrong? You don't want to see me?" And I was like, "Bro, that's a half a job shift." Like,
Can you hear
and this is
me?
before like
Yeah, now you're
Instagram was
back,
really
Louis.
like popping, so there
Okay.
was no distractions. Like 5 hours of just raw dog talking. Mm-mm.
Shit. That's when nigga. What's it called? I can't listen. Ruby Rose, right? I was gonna give you all my juice, but I gotta save my juice. I mean, you don't know who's
Which
listening
ruby
out there.
rose? There's like at least two ruby roses.
Right.
Really? Okay. Well,
Yeah, there's ruby with an I and then ruby with a Y.
okay. The one with the eye. The one with the eye. The one with the
Okay,
eye.
okay.
Okay. So she said something crazy the other day. I don't know if I can show this picture. They might do some copyright shit, but I want to hear. I want to hear what your thoughts on this. I think it's gonna be a good conversation. Okay. So she said, Ruby Rose says she likes men who don't like her back, and when they do, become unsuccessful.
Yeah, just give you something to wake up to in the morning. I don't like when women too thirsty for me. I feel like it's weird. Like, why you so thirsty, bro? Why you so desperate? Like, chill out, bro. We here. Like, I'm
No,
just a regular
wait.
nigga, man.
So
So then it
wait.
make me feel like you ain't got a lot going on. Because if I ain't really done shit to impress you, and you say you thirsty like this, it feel like, oh, you really gonna be thirsty if I try.
No, wait. So you like girls that don't like you?
No, I think she had a poor choice of words in terms of don't like. I think she just means people who aren't like, I'm so thankful and grateful that you chose me to go out with. Like, thank you. Like, oh, you're my pride and joy. It's like, can't I just show that through my actions? Can't you? If you really like me like that, can't you just like show that through actions? Do you gotta really be thirsty like that? Cause then you start feeling bad. Cause it's like, bro, I don't even like you that much. Like, I like you, but I feel like you hella like me, and now I'm feeling guilty. Cause like, am I using you at this point? Even if I'm being honest, am I still using you knowing that I can be honest and that you probably gonna give me more grace than you would other people because of either the point you at in your life or how you feel about a nigga? And then like, what if it's all just based on nothing? Like, you know?
Yeah, but I don't think she was talking about all of that. I think she was mostly talking about what's it called? Wait, and let me get your Andy. What perspective? What do you think, Andy? When you heard that, what how do you feel about that statement? Do you agree with
I,
her?
well, I mean, no. I've always maintained the one thing I care about in the men I date is that they like me and that they act like they like me. But
Mm, okay.
I know what she's saying. I know a lot of people feel that way. A lot of it is like, avoidant attachment style. It's that they only want people who they can't have, or like that's what they're used to getting is like they think that it's that like chase and it's like give and the take. And so when
Mm,
you do like earn some affection or whatever, it feels like so good and so amazing,
Mm,
right? Because you're like, oh, I really fought for it. I like earned it. It's special. Whereas
right.
if someone like just likes you unconditionally, you're like, damn, this don't mean a thing.
Yeah. Especially if it happened early on. You like, ain't no way you know. You don't even know. I had to tell a girl recently. You think you like me? What's my middle name? She got mad. I said, what's my middle name? And
I
then
don't know.
I'm the
I don't know
asshole.
most people's middle
I'm about
names.
to say
Yeah, but the
middle
shit
name.
she
I
was
don't know.
asking
That's
for
a tough
wasn't
one.
just like, hey, you should come over more, like spend more time. It was like,
Like she
when are
loves
we
you,
gonna
like
get
not
serious
real
about
much
this? And I was
time
like,
with
look, we
you.
having fun right
Oh,
now, and you actually don't know me, and I have like very bad mental health issues. That's cute when you got to deal with him like 2 hours out of the day. You know, it's like he's so quirky, this guy. And then it's like, oh, you
Yeah,
always like this.
that's true.
yeah. I
That's
feel
real.
you on that. I feel you on that. So you don't like clingy women, pretty much is what I'm kind of gathering. That you're not really into the clinginess of things. You rather, give me my space type shit.
Yeah, I always said like if I get with a woman, she gotta have her own life, and I gotta have my own life, and we could put the lives together, and then we can have a. But if I cut my life in half and you cut your life in half, and we put it together. That's just two half lives and stitched together. It's gonna get infected. It's not two lives coming together as one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yin and
Damn, the
yang.
metaphors.
Yeah, you know that's
Like,
abstract thinking and shit. But like,
He's spin.
you
you
know,
got
for real though, cause like, what
boy.
happened when like she give up you? She not really disconnect with her friends, but she's like, yeah, it's all me and you. And you like, that's great that you think that. And then she's like, well, come home, I'm bored. And you're like, bro, I'm chilling. Like, I'm doing a
Yeah.
mic or I'm out doing whatever. Like, bro, I'm chilling. Like, we ain't got
It's
nothing to
important not to
do.
be
Like,
codependent. It's very important not to be codependent.
yeah, but a lot of people think that that's what love and like relationships are. Is like, once you get there, you
Right.
know. And it's like, bruh, no.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, it depends though. If y'all like official, if that's like your girlfriend, then maybe then cool. That can maybe fly. But if that's like someone that you're talking to,
Man, hell no. That's even worse. If you, that mean for the ever, however long we together, like I'm beholden to your boredom, your happiness, and it's like that's a lot to put on somebody. Either way, man or woman. Like,
you have dopamine. At this point, you got a charger. That's like you. That's in the
see,
drug
now I'm a
game.
pimp, right?
Yeah, you a doctor. I smoke broccoli. I may help the kid. You know what I mean? But what's it
Oh
called?
shit. All
Is
right.
it good
Well,
there? You know what I mean? You on the
this is
road?
unfortunate. I got 4% of battery left, and I got to drive across the Vallejo Bridge.
Oh Lord have mercy. You
Yeah,
are
no, I'm an asshole. Wait, how long are y'all gonna be on? Cause I'll be home in like 30, 40 minutes, 30 minutes probably, and then I got my
uh,
laptop and shit.
30 minutes. We may not be here low key.
Yeah.
30 minutes now. We may not low key be here. But what's it called? Drop. Tell the people where they can find you. I'm gonna invite you back because we gonna have that conversation about the food and the music. I'm not over that one yet.
Yeah, I like this shit too. This pretty tight. I always feel like a little celebrity. I feel like a super niche celebrity when I get on these things.
You feel like a light.
Like when they cancel me in the future because I dropped the wrong word, it's gonna be this picture like
That's hilarious.
former comedian. Oh,
Hilarious.
y'all can find me before my shit die. Y'all can find me on the internationalasshole.com. Well, you can't find me there, but I own it. But you can find me. Just Google the international asshole, all one word, and all my shit gonna come up. My Instagram, my Twitter, and all that shit, all that good stuff. My
Branding is
Fet Life is
strong.
gonna come up. Now I'm just playing. Got one of those no more. But all of those things are gonna come up if you just Google the international asshole. All
Okay.
one word, no spaces, no funny spelling. You know
Okay. Okay.
the good stuff.
We appreciate you, man. I'm gonna put your details in the description, your link and stuff. Just send me the what it is that you want me to promo, and I'm gonna put that up in the description.
All right, I'm about to send it to you right now. I'll hit you.
I appreciate you,
I
my
don't know.
peace,
man.
Save
y'all.
that
Peace,
battery so you
Andy.
get home.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
he's a native. He'll find his way home. He definitely will not be
How
lost.
the heck?
Just get out of here. Just press the X button, the end now.
And
Okay.
now, God
You
damn it.
got just close the app.
Oh,
Just close.
It worked. We got it. We got it back.
We got him
He's
out of
free
here.
now.
Yo, this nigga, he acting like he from the past or some shit. Shit, it's 2023, goddamn it, Jonathan. But that's hilarious.
As I'm saying, I was like, oh my god, it's like FaceTiming Grandpa.
Right. Anyways, Andy, we got a few more minutes. Do you have like 15 more minutes to go? A few more minutes and we can get out of here. Okay. So, talk to people about your experience doing comedy, especially because you're a lady in the comedy scene, right? And in the comedy scene, it's not a lot of women that's in the comedy scene. There's a lot of
It's
predators
that.
out there
Yeah.
too.
I mean, it's that, but I think it's also there is. I mean, number one, just being not a man in general already puts you at a disadvantage in doing comedy. But I think
Right.
that, like the people who run shows and like our producers, they all. Not me accidentally muting, but they only respect a certain type of woman. And I am not that type of woman. Like there people just would never really took me seriously because of the way I look and the way I dress, and I was not going to change that. Like
Uh,
if you notice, a lot of the women, especially in the local comedy scene,
Uh,
they don't like do their hair and do their makeup and wear short skirts like I do. Like, and again, they're
yeah,
like they are allowed to be comfortable and like dress the way that they want. It's just
right.
that it did inherently like put me at a disadvantage.
Really? I would think it
Yeah.
would be the opposite. Wouldn't that
Oh
be that?
no, people the thing is like people are too busy just like looking at you. They don't care about what's coming out of your mouth. They don't care about like what jokes you tell and whether or not they're funny. They're not listening.
Do you know the words that are coming out of my mouth? No, we don't. But
They
that's what I
don't. They really don't listen at all. Like even I've even had, in the past, obviously it's been a while since I've even had to think about these things, but like,
mm,
after shows or sets at open mics, like people are like, "Oh, you did a great job." And then we'll be chit-chatting and then I'll like reference something that I like said in my set and they'll be like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, you weren't listening at all." Like, or they'll ask me a question. I'm like, "I literally said like something about that in my set." Like, so you just weren't listening at all. And if it was only
right,
like 5 minutes, it's like I would
right,
understand you not missing a line in like a 20-30 minute set. Like, sure, it's one line. But out
right,
of 5 minutes, you
right,
couldn't.
right. You can remember, yeah, that's true. That's true. You start asking them trick questions. So what was the big joke that I said in my set? Like what is
Exactly.
it? And that's why I asked, man, because I feel like there's a lot of like predators and creeps out there who I feel like are just gonna use you. Be like, oh yeah, I have a show. Come, Andy, come do a show real quick. But in reality, they don't really want to do a show. So now this can be a problem, especially if you was trying to pursue this as a career.
Yeah.
Let's say you was like really trying to pursue being a comic, and you being serious about your craft, but there's guys who's just trying to have sex.
Oh, yeah.
That can be a stumbling block in what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? So as a lady, as a woman, how do you combat that? Now you can't use that to your advantage. That means you're gonna be on a lot of shows.
Well, here's the thing. This is like, this is my personal feelings about it and everything.
Go on.
But like, I mean, on for one thing, I don't know. I kind of have like a complicated relationship with my gender identity. I don't really like talk about myself as being a woman. Obviously
Oh,
I know the way I look. I know the way people assume like it's fine. It doesn't hurt me when people assume I'm a woman. Like that's fine. That's just not something that like I would ever use to describe myself. And so as
oh,
a result
damn.
that made it
Wait,
like
what are you?
sorry?
What do you identify as?
I guess like I would consider myself non-binary. It's mostly like it's less that I identify as non-binary, more that I don't really again think of myself as being a woman. Like
Right.
most women like they're like, yeah, I feel like a woman. I feel very empowered by that like identity, and that's just not how I felt about it, or how I feel about it. So that just made things really complicated because showrunners would be like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a woman to fill this slot," or like, "I'm trying to book a show of all women," and I'm like, I could put myself in, but like that feels not authentic to me. And so that was like a personal integrity thing. But
Mm. Wait. So wait. So when they try to invite you to come in as a woman, you say nah. You say like you can't do that because huh? Like because you don't fit the description. Like what is it that
well,
you're trying to
here,
say
so
that
if
part?
someone invited me onto a show and they were like, "Oh, I'm trying to fill a
Right.
spot for a woman," yeah, I might be like, "Well, I don't really consider myself that." That didn't really happen to me. There are probably people who invited me onto shows, assuming I'm a woman and assuming that like was filling that slot, but they didn't explicitly say it. But if
Mm.
someone posts in like the Bay Area Comedy Network page and they're like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a woman to
Right.
like for 10 minutes or whatever," like I would never submit myself because again, I don't really feel like that is right.
Okay. That's
But also I
interesting.
just don't I don't I was not I was not down to be tokenized like that. Like there are plenty of people who are
Right.
fine with taking those slots, like taking that diversity slot and
Acting
just
like a
being like,
woman.
yeah, like they're like, I just wanna, you know what, I'll do it for the stage time. I don't really care that like it's not about whether or not I'm funny. They're just like, oh, this is a woman, like put them on. Like there are people who are fine with that. And that is
Right.
like totally their choice. But I was like, I don't want people to put me on their shows because I look a certain way, because I tick certain boxes. I want them to put me on their show because I'm fucking funny, right? Like,
Right, right.
and so
Damn.
that's certainly a route that you can take. Like, and I would not shame anyone for that, because like you might as well take any advantage you can get because of how hard it is. But like,
You might, bro. Shit. Damn. Okay, this binary thing, non-binary thing, is really new to me. And I
sure.
feel like it's very new to me. So I had to just look it up to see, what it. Okay, what is your definition of a non-binary person? Well, this is what Google said, but what is yours
Yeah.
version? What's your version?
Well, for me is it's generally like it's people who do not feel like they are, on the like one of the binary genders. So the binary genders is two, so it's man or woman, right? And
Mm.
it's basically like you feel like you are not either of those.
Damn. So how many genders is there then?
I mean, there's as many genders as you want there to be.
Really?
It's a spectrum. That's one of the things, is like the thing we're trying to break down is that like it's not just man and woman, and like you can be essentially any gender that you want to be. Like, just
Right.
because you are born with a vagina doesn't mean that you have to dress a certain way.
True.
Like, it just depends on how you feel about it yourself, right? Like,
Damn. So that's okay. Then that means that you can't even call anybody by any gender just in case. Because when I was introducing you, I was like woman, lady, but all of those was wrong because you don't identify.
yeah,
as
but
that.
it's not, again, for me personally, this is a very
Yeah,
personal
for you,
thing. Like,
Andy. Yeah.
it,
No, go on.
for
Go on.
me personally, it's not like, because I know the way that I present. I know, like, I'm not gonna assume. I'm not just like gonna be mad that everyone like assumes I'm a woman, because like I know reality. Like, I'm not,
Yeah. Yeah, but you'd be surprised, Andy. There's some people out there who really be mad, like, you know what I mean? It's not ma'am.
I know, and here's the thing is, I do not personally feel like marginalized by that identity, especially because I'm not like, again, it's not something I push. It does not hurt me when people call me a woman. It is, again, not how I feel. It does not ring
Right.
true for me, but it's not hurtful. It's just like, okay, well,
Let
it'd
me
be
ask you
like
this.
if someone
Oh,
just
go on.
like called you like, if someone was just like, oh yeah, you're white or something, I'm like, well, you're wrong, but like, okay, like, it doesn't hurt me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're trying to say. So let me ask you this, right? Let's say they had $1 billion, but only woman was gonna get this $1 billion. Would you go get the $1 billion?
Depends on who's giving it out.
What you mean? What you mean? Is a
Well, because
genie?
like, I mean, here's the thing is like, I think about these things a lot, because
Okay.
if it's like scamming, a bunch of rich people or something, yeah, I'll fucking lie, whatever, I don't give a shit, right? Like, if the $1 billion is coming from Jeff Bezos, yeah, I'm taking that money.
Right.
But if it's like something more meaningful, like, I don't know, if it's like, so if it was like a grant for like women only, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna apply for that, right?
You're
Like,
not gonna take that? Why you not take?
or if it's
Wait, $1
competitive.
billion?
If it's a zero-sum game, like, I'm not gonna take it. Like, if it is just like the $1 billion, only one person gets it, then yeah, I would not take it. But if it's like, oh, every person who claims it gets it, then yeah, I'll take it, right?
Yeah, everybody that claims it, you know what I mean? Even if one person you're not going to take it, okay, you're a good person. Because let me tell you something. I don't care what gender I am. If they got $1 billion and it says women only, I may have to go collect that. I mean, my name is Lulu. So I don't have to even do much to my body. I can just go like this and say my name is Lulu. They may think I'm a woman in today's society. I may be a woman. Who knows?
Here's the thing. If you say you are, then like, I'm not going to say like you're wrong. Because like, what do I know? Like, whatever you say, I'm going to believe you. I'm not going to, like, why would I assume you're lying about that, Like, maybe that's naive, but like, for me, it's just like, whatever people tell me is how they want to like be referred to, how, like, I'm gonna respect it, I think that's like kind of basic.
Oh, damn, I didn't even see this question. Someone did ask what, oh no, your girl. No, what is a binary? That's not what. What is non-binary? We already answered that. Oh, your girl is her name. I'm so slow. That's hilarious. Her name is your girl. But the question is, what is non-binary? That's so funny. Oh, that's not what I pulled up. That's hilarious. Hey man, this is something new. I'm so glad that you dropped this on this platform because this is new information. I have so many questions to ask now. Okay, damn, that's fucked up. Okay, but wait, but you're into guys? Are
Yeah.
you? Question mark. Okay.
I mean, like the thing is, here's the thing is, for most people, are like even trans people, like most of the time, even after they transition, who they date doesn't change. Because if you think about it, if you were say so, like keep in mind, like the person I actually had sex with for the first time, like she ended up later transitioning and is now like is presents as a woman now and is a woman now. But the thing is, like obviously, when we were younger, she was into me, like we were hooking up. And
Yeah.
now, even after transitioning to become a woman, she is still dating women. Because again, like your sexual attraction doesn't like change just because based
Yeah.
on how you present. If I started, you know, dressing more masculine or more androgynously, I probably still would mostly be dating men. Like, I'm not like, I don't think it's out of the realm of possible. I mean, I'm not against dating anyone really,
Yeah.
theoretically. I just like haven't met anyone who's not a cis man who I'm interested, who has been interested in me that I'm also interested in yet.
But what if he like okay, let's say you see someone, let's say you see a guy that you really think is like handsome or whatnot, right? You go talk to him or whatnot, and conversation is flowing. You vibing, you liking the vibes. The vibes is vibing, if that makes sense. The vibe.
Sure.
What if he's into women?
I mean, that is mostly what happens now because I mostly date straight cis guys. I only date so far. I've only dated straight cis guys.
Right.
Uh, and like I will say, like on dating apps, here's the thing: because of my identity is not like so big for me. It again, it's not hurtful for me to for people to think of me as like a woman, unless we've talked about it. Like I don't usually bring it up unless we've gone on like a few dates, if it's been a few months. Like if it is just like one date, like it's just not, it's because it's complicated. I just don't feel like it's worth the effort.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, it has been hard because there have been times where like there are guys I'm hooking up with or guys I'm dating, and then you know, once I feel like okay, it's been long enough that I'm like, okay, this is possibly going somewhere, or at least like they're gonna be in my life, like it's worth, I'm gonna have a conversation with them. And then if they still after that are still, you know, still calling me a girl or a woman, still like not respecting that, then it's like, okay, well, this is like, you know.
That's so funny, yo. That's I, nah, 'cause I was just thinking, like, imagine, that's funny, man. Because that was me. Because I'm very foolish. I'm very ignorant, man. If you was tell me you not burn, I was like, what are you talking about? But I would. I mean, it depends. If my girlfriend came and told me that she was non-binary, it depends how she looks. If she,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's why I only tell people after a while, like, because
right,
again, it's like, I mean, I'm still the same person. It's just like I use
exactly,
different pronouns than you might have expected. I talk about myself in a different way, but like, it doesn't change who I am inherently. Like,
exactly. You know what? My pronoun is a goat. I'm a goat.
okay, then.
I'm a goat. That's don't call me bro. Don't call me sir. Don't call me man. That shit. I'm a goat. Call me goat. Goat. Whenever time you see me, just say goat.
If
Don't
that's
even
really
don't.
what you want, then sure.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the bit of 2023. You know what I mean? Okay, so now you're the perfect person to ask this question now. This is my final tough question, and then we can get out of here. I promise. I'm putting you on the spot right now, but I don't have no one to ask these questions, and I found the right person to ask these questions, right? Okay, so remember earlier we were talking about the bar. That's why, okay, I got a little feeling that you were, I don't know, you were interested in what I was talking about with the bar situation, right? I feel like, okay, transgender people, right? and like I said, there's nothing wrong with transitioning from a male to a female. You can do whatever, right? But
Or
now
the
when it
other way
comes,
around, or transitioning to, again, not be binary anymore.
yeah, not being binary, all of it, right? Do you feel okay? Oh, I think we kind of did touch bases on it. When it gets down to okay, we're about to have sex. Okay, I personally feel like a lot of, because the crime rate of people like doing fucked up shit to people like that is high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in terms of like abusing them and all that shit. And I personally feel like to kind of avoid that, I feel like I don't know, it should be stated that this has happened to me, like kind of like registered, like in the DMV type shit, where you're registered as like you have like switched over, just so that it could be known. And I feel like even straight people should register like this is I'm straight or whatnot, just because of times we're entering, because there's still a lot of ignorant people out there that is not really up to par what's going on. So now if I'm trying to have sex with a woman and she don't tell me that she used to be a guy later on, if I was a crazy person, that she could be in a lot of danger. Just
Well,
because
here's the thing is like, number one, that's actually a lot less common than you might think. That's not typically the reason why people commit violence against trans people. Like,
really.
there's a lot of other reasons. Like the trans panic thing is actually not that common. But
Mm,
the truth is, like, also disclosing can make you like, then it makes you a target.
right.
Like if
Right.
in other situations if you might like pass as cisgender, if you disclose that you aren't, that could actually put you in more danger. If you know what I
Yeah,
mean. But I will say,
that's true.
like, obviously I can't speak to that experience because, like, while I, have in some sense socially transitioned, like, I've told my sister about this, like she doesn't call me like her sister anymore. She calls me her sibling, stuff like that. But I despite
Mm,
transitioning socially, I have not changed the way that I dress. I haven't changed anything about my body or anything like that. So I have not done any like physical transitions.
okay.
But my understanding is that, like, for a lot of trans people, it's like they either go on like apps or whatever in events or situate like, like gay clubs or like gay parties or whatever, where
Right.
it is
Right.
like just going to be more accepted and therefore you can be more open about it. So like,
Right.
people, like a lot of trans women will still use Grinder, and then they'll just like make it clear like, hey, like I'm, a trans woman, whatever. And so then
Right.
people, it's like a self-selection, people who want to be with that person knowing the information they can,
Right.
engage. But for a lot of trans people, it is extremely dangerous to like be open about that, because again, like, that could mean that you become a target.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. All right. Well, it was a thought I had. I thought I was cooking with that one, but I might have been
Yeah,
a
and well,
little
it's
overboard.
complicated. It's extremely complicated.
Yeah, man. It is complicated, and I think I'm more interested in the binary thing. I think that's really what's got my attention. So when did you decide to become non-binary?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I had thought about for a long time, and but it was probably a year and a few months ago that I was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't feel like I'm a woman, and because for a while I was like, oh, I just like, that is what they said I am, and I'm like okay with that. Like
Right,
I again, I didn't think it was wrong, but it just like I was like, I don't like feel passionate about it. I don't feel like I strongly identify with that. Like I'm sure you're like, you know what? I do feel like I am a man. Like I feel that. Like I really, that's like part of my identity. I embrace it. I enjoy it. Like that's an experience I like, is being a man, right? I'm
who
sure that's how
me
you feel. Yeah.
or not? Well, yeah, I did, but in the last 5 minutes, I feel like a goat. I'm a goat now. I'm now a goat.
Sure.
I'm not.
But if
I'm just messing
like,
with you.
and if
I'm just
that
messing
was
with you.
something you chose to like, I mean, sure, that
I'm
would cause a
joking. I'm
lot of
joking.
complications for you socially. But like, if that is like really what you want, like,
The
it
facts.
is
They
not
gonna
an
try and
easy
kill
thing.
me and stuff.
Like, I mean, and that's like, it was a choice I had to make, because I was like, I can just like keep just doing what I'm doing. Like, again, it's fine. I'm not like happy about being a woman, but I'm fine with it. Like, it doesn't hurt me again.
Right.
But
How does
like,
your
that is
parents
like
feel
such a
about it?
spectrum for a lot of trans people. It is like very much like me being called a gender that I don't feel like is true for me. Like, that is a form of violence for a lot of people. And like, that's
Right.
why, like, for me, it only feels like violence when it's intentional. And so most people, it's not intentional, like, again, if I don't know you that well, if you don't know this about me, I'm not assuming you're gonna know it. But
Right.
that's why I think most trans people can also tell when it's being done intentionally versus like unintentionally.
That's true. No, that's definitely true. Okay. So, genuine question: how would you like people to call you? You know what I mean? Obviously, they don't know your name. Obviously, if you're just a stranger, how would you like people to like? How would you prefer to be called?
I mean, it's just like, just, this is a person, a friend, or whatever. Like, there's so many words you can. That's why I was like, I hated it when people would call me like a female comic. Because I'm like, I'm just a comic. Like, I'm just, you
Yeah.
know, like, I
That's,
don't need
yeah.
the
The
identifiers. Like, I'm a
title.
person.
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
whatever. And
That's
like,
true.
I do prefer like using like they them pronouns, but I'm also fine with she. Honestly, I'm fine if you call me he. I really don't give a shit. Uh like I said, I just, to me, it's like more of an apathy towards gender, at least like what my identity is. Like, again, I do not feel strongly like a woman. I do not feel strongly like a man. I just feel like me. Um so
And how does your parents feel about this? How have they
to be honest, it's not something I've told my parents because
Okay.
here's the thing. They would be fine with it, I assume. Like, they've always been extremely accepting. Like, I'm not worried about
Right.
them being like hurtful about it. But honestly, like, this is going to sound so stupid, but my parents they're like, English is their second language. They both originally speak Chinese, and in Chinese, they're like gender, like pronouns aren't really a thing.
Oh,
Um
really?
yeah, like the word for that person, like if you say, oh, he or she, it's technically like the same word.
Oh,
It's the
really?
same. So they've
What?
always struggled with pronouns, like literally, like even just using the correct pronouns in English, like they've always just struggled with it because like grammatically that's not something they're used to. And I'm like, I can't ask them to change pronouns. It's gonna get like, they're gonna get so confused like in terms of just the
Yeah.
language. So I was like, it's really not like worth it for me because I'm like, I know if I know in my heart, like I'm not worried about them retaliating. I'm not worried about them being upset. I'm just like genuinely like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. No wonder Asians normally just be like, hey, hey, hey. They like, hey. Like they don't even like they say, hey. Okay, wait, you Chinese or what Asian are you? What type of Asian are you?
Yeah, Chinese.
The Chinese? Okay. So hopefully they don't watch this, because then they would have found out through the stream. I'd rather they found out from you first.
Yeah, my
And
parents are not on the internet like that. They
okay.
definitely are not.
Okay. That's interesting. Hey man, where can the people find you? 'Cause I feel like it is a good, interesting story that you do have. If you have more time, I could have even asked you more questions, but I'm sure it's getting late right now.
Yeah,
And
it's time for dinner.
yeah, you know what I mean? You gotta go eat. And well, your cat already ate, so that's good.
Yeah. I
He's
mean,
already fed,
she's
but
causing me troubles, but yeah, I mean, I'm like, if you just look up my name, you'll find me, but my handles are like Andilicious, but with a period after the I, the first I. That's the
okay.
complicated part.
Okay.
Um so it's, yeah, because I do spell my name with the IE, but if you do Andy Licious, unfortunately that's already taken.
Damn it. There's another licious out there.
I know there's another Andy Licious, and they have taken my name, but
That's right.
yeah. So Andy Licious so it's ANDI dot elicious.
Please, you two, send me a link of anything that you want to promo so I can put that in the description.
Sure.
And I very much appreciate you coming on to the show. How do you feel? How you feel about it? You know what I mean? It's early in my show, you know what I mean? There's not really much structure, as you can see, obviously. But you
Well,
know
you
what I
know
mean?
me. I can talk shit for ages. I can shoot the shit for ages.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, how do you feel about it? Just overall, things you like and don't like. Just how do you feel? Just real quick. Don't be honest. Don't sugarcoat it. Just how did you feel about the show?
I feel fine about it. I think, like, obviously it gets harder when you have more people, especially because it's online. Like, it's harder to get into the flow of conversation uh,
Right.
when it's
Right.
virtual in general. That's just like the truth,
Facts.
because you're like, if you were in person talking over someone, or like, like it's easier to read the cues of when someone's about to talk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, I
That's
also
true.
will say, I feel you know, like you said, like there was kind of like some loose topics that you wanted to talk about, but
Right.
I didn't really come on here expecting to talk about my gender identity. That was
Hey,
not
I
what
didn't
I
even know we were
planned
doing this.
on.
Right.
And like I think it's hard because when you're trying to get into these deeper subjects, it's hard to know like where people are coming from, because on the one hand you want to meet people where they're at, but also it is like, you know, it can be sensitive for some people, and so much of it is really personal.
Right.
And that's why it's like, I mean, I haven't really tried to explain it to that many people. Like most of the people who I'm really close with who know about that stuff, it's like I know that I can be open with them about it because they already have like a baseline knowledge that's kind of higher
Right. Right. Right.
about these issues.
Having to explain it to a dumbass like me because I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know what. So I'm over here just trying to crack jokes, but for you, something new and stuff. So no, I definitely understand. And if I, I mean, if it feels like if I stepped on any toes or like offending anybody who's going through that, I do apologize. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I know you well enough to believe that your questions are coming from like a genuine place, but
Yeah.
there are people who would get really defensive because um like there are people who will ask these kinds of questions but not in a way that they actually want to learn. And so you can
Right.
get really defensive about those sorts of things. If you don't like have any kind of pre-established relationship or anything like that. So it can be hard. And then also I worry, like obviously I don't know how big your audience is or anything like that, but I do worry about,
Right.
I don't want to like say the wrong thing or misrepresent like other non-binary people, because like I'm just speaking for myself. And so I am trying to like be wary of like what I'm saying, and I'm trying to phrase things well in a way that's also understandable to you. So it's like it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all you can be is yourself and just represent yourself. You know what I mean? And that's like me, man. I'm representing all the goats out there, bro. I'm a goat, and that's what we've
It's a
established that.
burden. It's
So
really a burden.
hey, I feel good about it too. You know what I mean? I think this is something that I'm a rock with, and I do appreciate you dropping this exclusive. This is an exclusive. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I might be the new what's his name? What's that guy name? What's that guy name who died? The white guy. What's his name?
I don't know.
Maury. Is it Maury?
Did he die?
Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer. Not Maury.
Oh,
Not Maury.
Springer,
Not
Jerry
Maury.
Springer.
Jerry Springer. I might be the new Springer. Luke Springer.
I can see that. Oh God, what monster have we created? We don't need another Jerry Springer.
That's hilarious. So what gender are you? I'm just messing around. I'm just messing around. Anyways, this has been good. I do want to invite you back so that we can have this conversation full when you feel comfortable about it for sure. I have, you know what I mean,
Well, you
a
know
lot
me. I
more
also have a
questions.
million other things I could talk about.
No, of course, of course. Other things too, of course. You're always gonna be invited. Later on we will have that food versus music conversation because there's still some things I'm trying to get out of that conversation.
All right. I
Let's
was
go.
wondering where that was going.
Yeah, nah, it was somewhere. It was going somewhere. But anyways, I've been Lulu. This is the show. That's Andy, and we'll be back next week.
All right.
Peace. Bye. Okay, where's the graphic button? All right. Oh, make sure you Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Share with your friends, family. Share it. Going down. I'll be back. Oh, I have a show coming up. Damn. Should I show it? Nah, I'm gonna talk about that later, man. I gotta get out of here. All right. Peace.